What's up, everyone? This is your new item news for March. A lot of new items came in this month, as all of you guys are aware, because you've been having a wonderful time with the cardiometabolic reset. I apologize for any of the coding issues. As you can imagine, it was a pretty extensive project. I know you've seen a lot of the new item information come from the new item PowerPoint and through other vectors of communication, but just wanted to touch base on a few of the brands today that were coming in and some of the items that I was excited about. A lot of new lines. So we had Bioptimizers, I keep saying it wrong, New Ethics, Equizin, Body Bio, and Bionox. Oh, and Metavo. So there's just like a large amount of information to cover there, way more than we can do in this video. Bionox is one of the brands that I was really excited about. I've got one of their products here, the Ultimate Nitric Oxide Support. It's a very comprehensive formula, one of the only ones I've seen that covers pretty much all of the different micronutrients and amino acids that are necessary for increasing nitric oxide production in the body. Pretty much every bodybuilder I know that has used it definitely can feel it, but it's not just for bodybuilders and people that are working out. It's really for everybody's health. All of us need to be paying attention to our nitric oxide system and how much we're producing. Fun fact, when you're in the sun, nitric oxide is produced through the enos pathway, so that's something that most people don't know. Everyone thinks about the sun for vitamin D, but it's also very important for nitric oxide production. So that's probably my favorite SKU in that line. And then there's also this Kelonox Heavy Metal Detox SKU, which is a pretty interesting formula when you get to look at it, for helping bind up heavy metals and other things in our system. Equizin is an ADHD support product. It's essentially fish oil that's been studied at a specific dosage and has went through the entire process to be considered a medical food, which is why they can actually write ADHD support on the product. It's going to be carried in a lot of our other competitors and even some conventional areas, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to bring it in, mainly to have the product and also because it's unique in the fact that it's a medical food. Bioptimizers is sort of what it sounds like. It's like a biohacking line. They're really looking to make novel, innovative formulas to help different need states. The SKUs we brought in are sort of their core selection. So I know some of the names are confusing, and hopefully the training will come out soon that'll explain it. Some make sense, like the mineral formulation, the gluten formulation, the cognition product. And in the future, they're going to have actually a powderized version of their magnesium breakthrough, which is a really novel SKU. It's one of the only magnesium SKUs we have that has as many types of magnesium in the product, which is really unique, targeting all those different areas in the body where magnesium works. There are line extensions with Solgar, Life Seasons, a new brand called Relaxium. We're not going to get into that. Body Bio, their main claim to fame and their SKUs are their phosphatidylglycerine SKUs, so for cognition support, but we also wanted to bring in their minerals, mainly because the minerals, liquid minerals in our stores is lacking, and we wanted to have a wider variety, and I was very happy to see that they were moving away from plastic into glass, which I think is important for minerals. And then New Ethics. New Ethics is very structure function target based, and as you can see by the names of their products, pretty easy to understand what the products are for. And a little bit different, as you guys have seen probably by now, the products have a lot of the information on the packaging, which is in my world sort of an experiment to see how that does in the stores with people, because a lot of times customers want to know what this is for. This product tries to tell you what it's for within the bounds of Deshay and within what's legal to have on our shelf. So excited to see that, and I know Keon really liked the packaging, so hopefully you guys do too. Otherwise, I'm not going to talk at any greater length about any of these SKUs because we could probably go down the rabbit hole. There's a cool SKU from Jarrow, the NAC Sustain. I just saw it on my list, sorry. Which is essentially like a time-released NAC, which is just really cool because then you're not just having to take multiple tablets of NAC through the day if you're trying to get a higher dosage to upregulate your glutathione production. Anyway, I think this video is probably long enough, so I'm going to end it now. I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care. And here's a very brief outro with my new elderberry flute that I made the past few days. It's a work in progress. It's not completely in tune, but this is what it sounds like.